Probably you heard a lot that the terminal is a powerful tool in Linux for performing a wide range of administrative tasks quickly and efficiently. Well, today we will discuss this idea and I will show you why professionals prefer terminal over a graphical interface. So let's get started. I have a Kali Linux, but you can use any other Linux system. You can use Ubuntu, Red Hat. I made the font size bigger so you can see what I'm typing. And let's start with the first task where the terminal is your first choice. And it is system updates and package management. So if you want to update and upgrade your Linux system, the terminal is the best option. For example, if I want to update this Kali Linux system, I need just to type sudo apt, which is the package manager of Kali, Ubuntu as well, and type update. And I need to type my password because I'm using sudo, which is the root. I updated them already, so you can see there is just one. And the second thing is after installing all the updates, you need to run the upgrade. So it's the same sudo apt up upgrade upgrade. And you need to give it a yes option because you will have some questions about removing, adding something to the upgrade or to the packages. So typing yes is going to spare you sitting and watching and answering each and every question in the terminal. I'm not going to run it because it's going to take some time, but this is how you update and upgrade your Linux. Now let's get into installing tools using the terminal. It's the same. You use sudo apt and then, for example, then install. For example, I installed already hping3, which is a tool to test firewalls and network. And you can just type, and as you saw, or as you see, it's just a couple of seconds. And that was about installing tools. You need just to maybe to find if the tool is inside the package manager or you need to install it separately. Now, this is the first topic. Now let's move to the second topic. And the second topic is user and group management in Linux. You can manage your groups and users using the terminal. It's very easy. For example, if we want to add the user, we can just type sudo add user and let's type man, for example. And now it's asking for a password for this user. And I'm going to type a password and repeat the password, enter. And now we added a user. We can also remove the user by typing sudo del, which stands for delete user, and mant, then enter. And now we removed the user. So this is how you add a user and remove a user. And then we can also add a user to a group. I think we need to add again mant. We can just go up in the commands using the top arrow and we can add it again. And then we can add mant to the root group. Let's type the command to do it. Sudo user mode and dash a add and capital letter G and then root mant. So we are using the root and user mode and add to group. The name of the group is root and the name of the user is mant. Then enter. We can also list all the users using the cat command and then slash etc and then slash pass wd. I mistyped the cat command. We can just fix it. And now we have a list of all users. We can search mant and you can see this is the user that we just added. This is the list of all users. Now we can list all the groups using also cat, etc, and just instead of password, we need a group. And you can see we have the root. We have mant inside this group. We just added mant to the root group. And I think that was all about adding, removing users, and adding users to groups. Now let's move to the third topic, which is file and directory permissions. You can also use the terminal to change the file and directory permissions. You can do it using two commands. First, chmod, which means change mode, and you can change the file ownership, or you can change through change mode the file or the directory ownership. And by typing the username, for example, in this case, mant, and mant group is root, and then we need to type the file or the directory. For example, if we have a test.txt, we are going to change the ownership of this test.txt or text file to mant. I'm not going to run it because I think the idea is very clear. Now let's start with the file, changing the file ownership. You can just type sudo change ownership, which is own, which means change ownership. And then we need to type the username, in our case mant as an example, and the group, which is root, and then the file name or directory. In our case, let's just type .txt. There is no such a file in the directory, but it's just an example. And this is how you change the file ownership. And if you want to change the file permission to read, write, and execute, you can use another command, which is change mode, sudo change mod with change mode, and then change the permission through numbers. The meaning of these numbers is a topic for another video. And then, for example, we have text.txt. So it's just two words and typing the name of the file. Now let's move to the fourth topic, which is system monitoring and management. And we can use the terminal to monitor our system and to manage it. And the example of this, we can just write top to see the services or the apps that are running, and it's like the task manager, but in the terminal. So no need to run any other program. And you can see we have all the information that we need. We can stop and start services from the terminal. And to end it, you need to press on Ctrl C to stop it and type a new command. We can also check the memory usage by using the free. So you can see this is the memory and what's used and what's free. You can use the DF to see the disk usage, and it's a lot of information, so no need to go and search for any other program. And it's all on one window, so no need to use the mouse, no need to search and do any other thing extra more than typing the right command. Now let's move to the topic number 5, which is network. And we can use the terminal to troubleshoot our network and to configure the network. And the easiest and the most famous command is fconfig, which is going to give us the information about the network, the IP, and subnet, and everything needed. We can also use ping to test connection to other networks. It's also easy, but sometimes it doesn't work because of firewalls. They block ping commands. For example, I'm gonna ping my own domain. So it's manned, it's www.manneddesign.de. So as you see, I checked my domain to see if it's up and running using the terminal and Bing. Now let's move to the topic number 6, which is service and process management. And you can start, stop a process using the terminal. For example, if you have a Postgres database running on your system and you want to start it, you can just type sudo sys system control ctl, and you can use start to start service. And for example, Postgres. I'm not sure if the name is right, but this is how you start, and you can also top a service just by typing the name of the service after stop, or you can check the status. For example, if we check the status of SQL, it's not found. But in general, this is how you use the terminal to start and stop services. There is also a restart. There are 3 or 4 commands that are very important. So they are start, stop, status, and restart. And this is how you check services and process management on your system. Now let's move to the topic number 7, and which is system backups and restore. You can use the tar command to archive a directory or for backup purposes. For example, if we want to archive a directory, we can just use tar. We can also run tar help. I think we need to type help, and it's gonna explain you what's the use of this command. Or there is a better option. We can use man tar, which is the manual of tar, and it's gonna explain to us what's the usage of tar. and it's an archiving utility used on Linux. And here are a good explanation of all the options. To quit the manual, you can just press on Q. Now we are back to the terminal. And the topic number 8 is getting information of our system. For example, if we want to know the U name stands for your name, and now it's telling us it's Linux, Kali, and giving us the information of the system. We can check also U up time, which is going to show how long this system has been running. Now, number 9, which is going to be the log files management, we can use the terminal to display the content of system log files. And we can use it through tail. For example, we can use tail dash f slash var slash log slash sys log, and we can also search these log files using grep. It says that there is no such a file, no such a directory. We can check it. Now let's go to var, and now let's go to log. There is no syslog, but there is systat. There is also nothing in it, but let's pick up this file, boot.log. So let's go back to so it's saying now permission denied. So we need now to give it a sudo access or a sudo permission, which is the root access. And as you see now, we can read the logs inside the terminal. Again, Control C to stop. As I mentioned, we can also search this file. For example, to search this file, we need to type grep, and then we need to type what we are searching for, error. So there is no error. Let's type something else. User. So as you see, I searched for error. There was nothing. There is no error in the file. Now I searched for user, and now it's showing two results, and they both have user. Now let's move to the last topic, which is scheduling tasks. You can use the terminal to schedule some tasks, and to do this, we can use cron. So cron, I'm not going to show you an example. I'm going to leave it as a challenge for you. Try to schedule some tasks and to find how to schedule tasks on Linux. Finally, these examples illustrate the power and the flexibility of the terminal for performing a wide range of administrative tasks quickly and efficiently. Using these commands to achieve your tasks is going to make you more productive and more efficient in your work. So, happy learning and see you in coming videos.